Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We're talking Rap Show today because they might get KD. The report is this: Raptors believe they can build best package for Kevin Durant, who's at least open to idea of playing in Toronto. We're going to talk everything about Raptors here in today's video, not just Kevin Durant. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate all the love in the last couple of videos. My last video, I mentioned how I bought a camera and how, the video quality is about to step up. Bro, I didn't realize the camera was from 2006 and it doesn't have video recording. So, yeah, you live and you learn. But this will be 100% the last video of this background because I live in my mom's basement. So, anyways, let's talk Raptors. Friendly reminder, I'm going to go ahead and link my Raptors daily channel down below in the comment section. I love what the Raps have done. I thought the Otto Porter signing was ginormous. I thought it was absolutely ginormous. I mean, that is literally extremely huge. I mean, Otto Porter Jr. was, statistically, you're not going to lose your mind like you did maybe when he was in Washington when he first got into the league. With everything Otto has been through in his career, he is now at 29 years old, which really surprised me that he's still... Actually, I don't think Otto Porter is 29 years old. I'm actually pretty sure this dude is 28 at the absolute most. But anyways, Otto Porter Jr. is the perfect 3-and-D. He's 29 years old. He's the perfect 3-and-D player to have on your roster. The perfect guy. I mean, if somebody were to, go down with an illness, go down with an injury, God forbid, whatever the case may be, if Otto has to come in and start because he can do a couple of different things on the offensive end, that's something you feel comfortable with. You feel comfortable with a healthy Otto Porter Jr. having to step up because he's the type of player who, when he has to step up, he's going to come through for it. We saw it. Now he has a finals win under his belt, so I feel even better about the Raptors getting Otto. This is something I did not see coming, even for the slightest degree. The re-sign of Chris Boucher, I'm a big fan of that. Chris Boucher was kind of, until the Raps got Thaddeus last year at the trade deadline, Chris Boucher was essentially the Raptors bench. And then also the re-signing of Thaddeus Young. I mean, the Raptors could go out and make a couple more moves. I don't really know if I see them making many moves. I was reading this article earlier today, and it was talking about some of the free agents remaining. You got guys like Bjelica, Jeremy Lamb, Dennis Schroeder, Danilo Gallinari, Jalen Smith, Sexton, Trez. I don't really see the Raptors making a move for any of those guys. Schroeder, the idea of signing a guy like Schroeder is enticing to me for the Raptors, but Schroeder's actually known for his dog shit defense, dog shit defender. So I don't know if that's something the Raptors would care for at all. I'm very hopeful for the progression and development of Delano Banton and Malachi Flynn. Malachi, it feels it doesn't feel like long ago at all, and it's because it wasn't long ago at all. A season and a couple of games, not this past season, 2021 season, at the end of it, second half, Malachi Flynn was doing his thing. I mean, you got to keep in mind, heading into the draft 2 years ago, this guy was one of the best defenders at his position. He was one of the best guard defenders in the NCAA in the draft. So I'm very hopeful for Malachi Flynn. I'm very, very hopeful for Flynn. Same thing goes with Delano Banton. I mean, you got that Nick Nurse ball. Delano, somebody who wasn't known for shooting threes in college. Nebraska, not known for it one bit. He had some games, bro, last season where he was making threes. He had some games where he was making threes. Same thing goes for Thaddeus Young. Thaddeus Young is not supposed to be a three-point shooter. Precious Achiuwa is not supposed to be a three-point shooter. Nick Nurse and his ball... Nick Nurse is an absolute G. He's a genius. He's a genius. He's absolutely excellent at what he does. I've got nothing but the utmost respect for Nick Nurse. So I think that they might just go into next season with the bench that they have, and if something for some reason, if Banton and Flynn, or Banton or Flynn, however he's going to divvy that up, if that's not working, maybe then they make a move and not wait till the trade deadline. Maybe they wait till the trade deadline. Who knows? I'm not a GM. But you get my point. I mean, that Otto Porter move was huge because we saw, keep in mind, man, once you get to the playoffs, your rotation shrinks. It definitely condenses. And the thing is, you need a good bench so that when you get to the playoffs, not only are your guys healthy, but they're also charged up. I mean, the Raptors got to the end of the season last year, and they were like fighting for their life, dude. I mean, they were fighting for their life. These guys had no bench help at all. Thaddeus comes in and provides a little bit of relief, but by that point in time, it was already too far gone. The Raps had dealt with too many injuries. Their top dogs had played too much. As we saw once we got into the playoffs, you saw guys like Freddie. You saw guys like Scottie just not fully healthy. Not fully healthy whatsoever. Gary Trent getting sick. Like, these guys' bodies were on the line all season. And so even just the simple re-sign of Thaddeus Young was going to do a lot for the Raptors. Just the simple re-sign of Thaddeus Young. So you got Boucher, you got Young, and now you have Otto Porter Jr. That does a lot for this franchise. It does a lot for him. Now, as far as best packages for Kevin Durant, here's my thoughts on Kevin Durant. If you guys have been watching my Raps videos at the end of last season, in the offseason, or what have you, the way I view the Raptors is, unless it makes a whole bunch of sense, try and keep your starting five. You know, I would try and keep most of your players on your roster last season. Maybe like Svi, Armani, you know, maybe they aren't coming back, but like for the most part, you know, your starting five: Gary, OG, Freddie, Scottie, Siakam. That's who I'm talking about. You want to try and keep those guys, unless you get an offer you couldn't refuse, right? Maybe the 7th pick and, you know, some young G for OG Anunoby, something like that, where it's like Masai's thinking to himself, all right, if I don't do this trade, do I want to do this trade? Not necessarily. Do I want to get rid of OG Anunoby? Not necessarily. But if I don't do this trade, it's, you know, I need to do this. I think personally the Warriors can offer the best package. I don't know if they will. I don't know if they're prepared to give up the best package. Here's my thing though. The teams interested in KD, Kyle Lowry, Duncan Robinson, and Tyler Hero does actually negative things for me if I'm any team in the NBA. I don't want any of those 3 players, actually. Tyler Hero would be cool, but he's more of a guy I don't necessarily need on my franchise. He's a guy I don't necessarily need. I just like watching him play. Duncan Robinson does nothing for me. Cool story, what have you. But Kyle Lowry, obviously, he's a beast. He's an OG, but like at this point in his career with his playoff performance, I view him as more of a liability than a help. I'm sorry, Raps fans, but you know, that's the way I see it with Lowry right now. With the Suns, if you're not getting rid of Mikal Bridges or Devin Booker, I'm hanging up the phone. I don't give a shit what you have to offer. Cam Johnson's dope, but like, do better, Phoenix. So I don't think Phoenix or Miami's going to be able to give them that crazy of an offer. And I don't think Golden State's going to be like, yeah, sure, you want Wiseman, Kuminga, and Poole? Sure. Like, I don't think that's going to happen. But at the same time, we're talking Kevin Durant here. So I don't know what the Raps would offer. I don't know if it's Gary, OG, 4 first-round picks. I don't know what the trade package would look like. Here's what I do know. Keep Scottie Barnes. I feel like that goes without saying. You have to keep Scottie Barnes. They know to keep Scottie Barnes. I'm not worried about Scottie Barnes being gone. If the opportunity presents itself, I know for a fact Masai is going to hop on it. The downside is this. The Rudy Gobert trade shafted completely the Raptors and a lot of the teams in the league. Because the Rudy Gobert haul was a big haul. We're looking at a lot of draft picks in that haul. And so Brooklyn's thinking to themselves, Rudy Gobert, that much for Rudy Gobert? Kevin Durant, you're going to have to give me your whole goddamn franchise if you want Kevin Durant. So the Gobert trade fucked it all up. But I'm hoping Kyrie starts to like cause issues and turmoil, and they have to trade him for a bag of rice and Russell Westbrook, and then KD's like, get me the F out of here, and then they're like, oh, god damn it, you know, and then Sean Marks gets fired, and they don't know what to do but other than build around Ben Simmons and what they were able to get back for those 2 cats. So little master plan, little chestnut checkers from Masai Ujiri, who knows. Some other, like, maybe a Jeremy Lamb. I wouldn't be surprised if like a Jeremy Lamb-esque signing happened for the Raptors, but once again, the Rudy Gobert trade, I think, is just going to halt a lot of moves in general in free agency. So, or in the offseason, I mean, whether it's free agency, especially trades, but I wouldn't be surprised if it starts getting into free agency. But, we're already a couple days into free agency, so it was going to start slowing down anyways. That's it for today, man. If you enjoyed this video, I would love if you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for me, Raps Nation. You guys are actually awesome. I'm sorry I say Raps Nation and Rap Show. It's definitely just, what's that word? Where it's just instincts at this point. But check out my Raptors Daily channel. I'll link it down below. I also have a daily live NBA show, which I'll be live with Sirio, my other host, at 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow, talking about everything that's gone on in the weekend. We'll definitely be talking Kevin Durant. So thank you guys for watching. Have a great weekend, rest of your weekend, a healthy and happy and safe 4th, and I'll see you guys later.